Jordan has 12 governorates. It's a small country compared to Germany, for example. The area of Jordan is 90,000 square kilometers. We are in the middle of a war zone, as you know. Syria, Palestine, Iraq, Saudi Arabia. So this is the only part that is like a bit chill, but it's also a bit not, let's say, it's only desert. The population of Jordan has doubled than more than 10 times due to migration. Basically, as you see in the 60s, there was migration. In the 70s, 90s, and beginning of this century. I think the most updated numbers that I've seen, 30% of the population is non-Jordanian. In terms of economics, we are classified as above middle income with around almost 4,000 GDP per capita, a bit about Jordan. Now we go into the water sector. The water sector witnessed a lot of development since the 70s. And what I wanted to show you here that maybe they started working on these like institutional setup in the 70s or establishing the Jordan Valley Authority. The Jordan Valley Authority was established in the Jordan Valley area because it was at that time it was the most important agriculture area that has water resources. It's like the strip. They established the Minister for Environment in the 80s. Then in the 90s, end of the 90s, they launched the first water strategy. Then in 2008, the second one was developed. Then in 2011, they took this huge step of building utility companies, because before the 2011, it was decentralized within the Ministry of Water and Irrigation. After that, they split it with different entities and decentralized based on the region. So they have like a utility company for the North region, other one for the Central, and another one for the South region. And then in 2016, they launched the existing water strategy as well, and other policies that we will discuss later. And this is the one, it's like from 2016 until 2025, which I assessed in my thesis. We will gonna discuss it later. I think now, at this moment, the ministry is developing a water master plan, updated one for the next, I think, 15 years or less. I'm not sure, to be honest. Talking about the national water strategy, the objective of the strategy was to achieve, or the vision was to achieve a resilient water sector. For this, they provided like objectives and different strategic objectives in terms of water supply, demand. We'll see in more details. But what I want to highlight is that they identified or they structured the document based on different key elements and themes. One of them was that we also rely a lot on treated wastewater. Jordan treats like 90% of the wastewater and use it for agriculture, because it's like very important as a resource in our situation. If we look at the supply side, Um, Luckily, we don't have industrial activities or big industrial activities, so we always try just to balance between two sectors. Let's say municipal, residential, plus the tourist sector, hotels and spas, blah, blah, blah. So this is the main trade-off between what happens between these two sectors. Plus agriculture, but agriculture only in the Jordan Valley Strip. So there's no competition between water users in terms of agriculture versus non-agriculture, because it only happens at this strip. And it's managed by different institutes. Like the water managed in this strip is under the Jordan Valley Authority, while the rest of the country is covered by the Ministry of Water and Irrigation. Also, if we look at the groundwater availability, Jordan has maybe I think 12 or 14 groundwater basins. All of them, they are overused. The majority of them, they have high salinity, and the water table also dropped dramatically in the last few years. And it's not only just to make it more understandable, maybe Jordan is located within this semi-arid region where the majority of the country, 92% of the land in Jordan, gets less than 200 millimeter annually. So 200 millimeter is nothing. It could happen in one event in Jordan. Plus all this reason that we mentioned, the refugee crisis, the political tension as well, we don't get our shares from the transboundary water resources, Yarmouk River or Jordan River. We don't get, we only get 30% of the agreed shares as well. So all of these factors created this water scarcity in Jordan. Now, if we look at the institutional setup, and this at this level, anyone has a question? This level is the at the national level. There's two actors: the National Water Advisory Council and the Royal Water Commission. They give advices on certain issues based on the Ministry of Water and Irrigation requests. The only advisory body. And then at the ministerial level, the Ministry of Water and Irrigation is the responsible entity for managing all water resources, regulatory framework, strategic direction. Then the Ministry of Finance, they are in charge of all this private sector involvement, plus financing the budget of the Ministry of Water and Irrigation. And last ministry is the Ministry of Planning and International Cooperation, where all these international funds and loans should go through Ministry of Planning, and then they distribute it to other ministries. There's other ministries that are involved, for example, like Ministry of Environment. They are also monitoring the water quality, but to a less degree they are involved. Then within the Ministry of Water and Irrigation, they have the Project Management Unit, the PMU, which is responsible for supervising these the entities that they are working on the catchment level. For example, the Jordan Valley Authority that we discussed, that they work on the Jordan Valley Strip, and the Jordan Valley Authority and the Water Authority of Jordan. Sorry, the Jordan Valley Authority is the one responsible for the Jordan Valley area, and the other one is the Water Authority of Jordan, which has all these like utility companies that they are in charge of wastewater collection and drinking water distribution for each region, for the three regions, South, North, and Central region. And they are in charge of the operation and distribution.